the tools Julie acquired. And I will add, same goes for me. Do not stop life throwing stuff at you. They help you to navigate, swerve, take a hit, and get back, but they do not stop you from getting lost along the way. They help you to notice when you had lost your way and then bravely turn on your heel and head back towards a life that feels meaningful and purposeful to you.
64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week, as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and today we look at Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? By Dr. Julie Smith. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we'll look at tools which are mostly taught in therapy, but they're not therapy skills per se. They are truly life skills. So stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I do have and use that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you. What innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to help your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Let's break down the things Dr. Smith has learned as a psychologist and all of the most valuable knowledge gathered together, wisdom and practical techniques Julie came across that has changed her life and those of the people Dr. Julie Smith has worked with. Self-awareness. Tools might look great in the box, but they only help when you get them out and start practicing how to use them. Each tool takes regular practice. If you do miss the nail with the hammer, well, you go back and you try again. You do not say, "This hammer is not working," do you? Change that is worth always demands conscious effort, courage, persistence. You do not have to do it perfectly, just have to keep going. The constant feedback between the brain, the body, and our environment means that we can use those to influence how we feel. Once you do get familiar with what is going on inside your own body and your own mind, you can then expand that awareness, looking into what is going on in your environment and your relationships, and the impact it is all having on your internal experience and your behavior. So take your time getting to know the details. When I am feeling this, what am I thinking about? When I am feeling this, what state is my body in? How was I looking after myself in the days or hours leading up to this feeling? Is this an emotion or just physical discomfort from an unmet need? Mood fluctuation is natural, normal. Nobody's happy all the time. But we don't have to be at the mercy of it either. There are things we can do to help. Feeling down is more likely to reflect our unmet needs than a brain malfunction. Our emotions are constructed through a number of things that we can influence. Having a grasp on what the people around us are thinking and feeling is crucial for humans. We live in groups and we depend on each other, so we all spend much of our lives making guesses about what other people are thinking and feeling. But when we are feeling down, we are more likely to assume that those guesses are true. When my friend looked at me funny, I just knew she hated me. You might notice that you feel the need for more reassurance from others when your mood is low. Now, everything in this book is very easy to say, but much harder to do. It takes practice. And it doesn't make us invincible, but it does help. And it stops small moments turning into big ones. Thought bias is inevitable, but we're not helpless to its effects. We naturally look for evidence that confirms our beliefs. We then experience what we believe, even when there is evidence to suggest otherwise. One strategy against the downward spiral this can cause is understanding that how we feel is not evidence that our thoughts are true. So get some distance from those thoughts by becoming familiar with some common biases, noticing when they do appear, and then labeling them as biases, not facts. One of the most important skills for having to deal with thoughts and their impact on our mood is getting some distance from them. Now, it does sound difficult when those thoughts are inside of your mind, but humans have a powerful tool that helps us put thoughts at arm's length and then give us the distance we need. It is called metacognition, which is a fancy name for thoughts about your thoughts. We do have this ability to think, but we also have this ability to think about what we are thinking. So, thoughts are not facts. They're a mix of opinions, judgments, stories, memories, theories, interpretations, and predictions about the future. They are ideas offered up by your brain about ways we could make sense of the world. The brain's job is also to save you as much time and energy as possible. Now, this means it takes shortcuts. It makes guesses and predictions all the time. Our incredible brains like to make things easier for us by switching on to autopilot and then doing most things automatically. Now, you cannot control the thoughts that do pop into your mind. But we do have control of our spotlight of attention. Trying not to think about something tends to make us think about it even more. Now, allowing all thoughts to be present, but choosing which ones we give our time and our attention to can have a powerful impact on our overall emotional experience. So focus on making good decisions, not perfect ones. Good enough steers you towards real change. Perfection is what causes decision-making paralysis, where improving your mood demands you take those decisions and take action. So keep taking steps and changes that are small and sustainable, making huge life transformation overnight is less helpful, especially if you cannot sustain them. It's actually helpful to ask ourselves on a regular basis, what is one small change I could put in place today that could improve my nutritional intake? Then you repeat this every day. See, if you have a tall glass of water and you pour a small drop of cordial into it, you might barely be able to notice any difference. If you add another couple of small drops, the general color of the water begins to change. Enough of those small drops over time will dramatically change the overall color and the taste of the water. So each small drop counts, even though they may not be enough by themselves to change how you feel entirely. See, motivation is not something you're born with. Mastering motivation is building the capacity to do what matters most to you, even when a part of you does not feel like it. If something matters to you and it could benefit your health, then do not wait until you feel like it. Just do it anyway. Physical movement cultivates feelings of motivation, and then small amounts are better than nothing. They can build momentum. Staying connected with your goals helps triggering goals of increased motivation. Small and consistent beats off one grand gesture. Now remember to rest and replenish between stressful situations. It helps to maximize willpower. Repeat a new behavior enough times and it will become a habit. For any big goal, rest and replenishment along the way is vital. Just ask any elite athlete. Use of small rewards along the way is critical. Emotions are neither your enemy nor your friend. We actually have more influence over our emotional state than we were ever taught to believe. Pushing emotion away can actually cause more problems than allowing it to wash over us and then take its natural course. Emotions are not facts, but they're one possible perspective. Now, if there is a painful emotion, get curious, ask questions. What can they tell you? The sensation of an emotion is an experience that moves through you. Now, each emotion can offer you information, but not necessarily the whole story. If there is something emotions are useful for, it is telling us what we need. So allow emotions to be present and then soothe your way through rather than blocking them out. The language we use can have powerful effects on our experience of the world. It is our tool for making sense of things, helping us to categorize sensations, learn from past experiences, share that knowledge, and predict and plan for future experiences. Now, learning the skill to deal with criticism and disapproval in a healthy way is a crucial life skill. We are built to care what others think of us. So telling ourselves we don't care is simply not the answer. People pleasing is more than just being nice to people. It is the persistent placing of others' wants or needs above your own, even to the detriment of your own health and well-being. Understanding why some people are highly critical also helps. Nurturing your own self-worth and resilience to shame is both possible and potentially life-altering. Now, to build confidence, go where you have none. Confidence cannot grow if we are never willing to be without it. To build confidence, go where you have none. Then repeat every day and then watch your confidence develop. You do not need to overwhelm yourself with your worst-case scenario. Simply start with small changes. Along the way, be your own coach, not your own worst critic. Courage comes before confidence. Soothe your way through and have your own back with the commitment of the best friend you could ever wish for. Be honest with yourself by also offering unconditional love and support. See, when the pain of failure is still present, it can be difficult to even consider trying again. Instead, we want to run and hide. Coming back to your values and the reason you are doing this thing to begin with will help you make a decision based on your best interest and the life you want to have, rather than basing that decision purely on the pain. Be your own coach and turn failure into a learning experience as you keep moving forwards in line with what matters most to you. The emotional response to failure can be overwhelming, so take your time. It is understandable to want the anxiety to disappear. It is supposed to be uncomfortable. Now, to fight fear, you must be first willing to face it. Escaping it and avoiding it only provides short-term relief, but actually do feed anxiety in the long term. a threat response needs to work fast. So it tends to sound the alarm before you even had the chance to think things through in more detail. Your brain will take more convincing. So you actually need to repeat the behavior over and over and over again. And then things you repeat most often become your comfort zone. See, our collective fear of death is a fear of both the known and the unknown. And for some people, coming close to death actually brings about growth and positive life transformation. Acceptance of death is not the same as giving up on life. Quite the opposite. Acceptance of death allows us to bring meaning to life. How we do think about stress affects how we perform under pressure. Seeing stress as an asset will help you. It enables you to spend less energy trying to squash the feeling and instead focus on the demands you do face. So keep performance affirmations or mantras focused on what to do rather than on what not to do. Adjust your focus to adjust your stress level. Work on your relationship to failure. And then building shame resilience to help you deal with stress in high pressure situations. We are given the impression that happiness is the norm, and nothing outside of that and anything outside of that could be a mental health problem. We're also sold this idea that if we can achieve material wealth, happiness will arrive and stick around. But humans are not built to be in a constant happy state. We're actually built to respond to the challenges of survival. Now, all these things are constantly changing. Therefore, a normal state, a natural state, is one that constantly changes too. Keeping our values front and center will also help us to persevere through painful points in life, knowing we are on the right path. See, the focus is not on what you want to happen for you, but on the kind of person you want to be, the contribution you want to make, and the attitude you want to face life with, no matter what happens. And there you have it. Why has nobody told me this before? Please do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too and spread the word. Do leave a comment and share your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel and stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below. So buy it, read, never stop learning, especially learning about yourself and nature. So gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And if you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management even further, do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.